Hi, welcome back to another episode of Nature Aquariums TV, and today we're going to challenge ChatGPT to see if it knows anything about aquariums. Before we get with our video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Today we have a real special guest. We have Ethan Tomasini. He's my son, super proud of him. He's super smart on fish and aquariums. He's been doing it from a very young age. And we decided to go after ChatGPT to make sure if it's giving good information or not. You know, as more people are using AI, there's a lot of good information out there and there's a lot of bad information. We wanted to quiz it with 20 popular questions. Some of these questions we get here at the store, and that's how we put together to see how well ChatGPT can answer them. And I know I got that wrong. It's ChatGPT. So what we're going to do is we are asking these questions and we're going to read off the answers that it gives us, and we're going to see if we agree with them and if we don't agree. And at the end, we're going to tally to see how many questions out of 20 the AI got right. We're going to start off with a real easy one. Can you use salt water to top off a marine aquarium? It said, using salt water to top off a marine aquarium is generally not recommended. So far, so good. Because evaporation only removes fresh water, leaving behind salt. Good so far, right? Adding more salt water to compensate can lead to a gradual increase in salinity, which can stress or harm marine organisms. It is best to top off with fresh water or use a reverse osmosis system to maintain stable salinity. So what do we say? Thumbs up? So we got one right. There you go, that's yours.
Can you keep several tangs / surgeonfish together? And ChatGPT says keeping multiple tangs or surgeonfish together in a single aquarium can be challenging due to their territorial behavior, especially among individuals of the same species. It's generally recommended to provide a large tank with plenty of space and hiding spots to reduce aggression. Basically, that is correct. The only time you can really add a bunch of tangs together is if you have a very large tank. From what we've seen, most people have anywhere from 40 gallons and below, and most tangs can't even live in a 40-gallon tank to begin with. So, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Great. What is a reef-safe fish? A reef-safe fish is a species that can coexist with coral and other invertebrates in a reef aquarium without causing harm. These fish typically do not nip at corals or consume small invertebrates. Also tend to be compatible with an overall ecosystem of a reef tank, meaning they do not disturb the balance of the tank or its inhabitants. It's important to research the specific needs and behaviors of any fish before adding them to a reef aquarium to ensure they're truly reef safe.
True.
So I think we'll give it a thumbs up on that one. So Ethan, so far we've got what, 3 out of 3 right?
Yeah, it's pretty much been accurate. So
okay.
It's doing a good job so far.
You're next.
Let's see, how should I keep goldfish? So ChatGPT says goldfish should be kept in spacious aquariums with adequate filtration, regular water changes to maintain water quality, provide plenty of swimming spaces, and avoid overcrowding. Goldfish prefer water temperatures compared to tropical fish. They like cooler water, so typically between 65 to 75 degrees. Feed them a balanced diet of high quality fish flakes or pellets supplemented with occasional treats like vegetable or live foods. Avoid sharp decorations. Okay, so it was right until it got to the point of feeding live food and pellets. So goldfish, because of how inbred they are, normally should be getting only vegetable matter. Sarah, for example, makes actually a lot of really good goldfish food, and it really only has just vegetable matter in it. That's what we recommend people feeding their goldfish, and yeah, you can even feed them actual like chopped up clean vegetables from your supermarket. You can do that as well. And never feed them live fish or really any meaty foods
or
whatsoever.
like blackworms, would that be a good thing?
Anything like a live meat source or just meat in general should not be fed to goldfish whatsoever. It basically clogs up their intestines and they end up dying. So,
or swim bladder disease, infections.
They have a lot of those issues.
So I guess that answer would probably have applied a little bit more to the traditional big goldfish that grows foot and change.
I mean, like comets, those are the ones he's referring to, or at least one of the species. Kind of. I mean, they'll survive a nuclear bomb, so maybe.
Except somebody's too small tank.
Right. They won't survive that.
So this one, should we give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
Thumbs down, unfortunately.
The food.
Yep.
All right. So I have, what is a good sized tank to start with for a saltwater fish? That's a really good question we get a lot at the store.
Yes, the most common question.
A good starting size for a saltwater fish tank is typically a minimum of 30 gallons. This size allows for greater stability in water parameters and provides more room for fish to swim and grow comfortably. However, larger tanks such as 55 or more are even better for beginners as they offer more space for a wider variety of fish and provide more room for errors in terms of water quality and maintenance. Always consider the adult size and specific requirements of the fish species you plan on keep when choosing the size of your aquarium.
True.
That is really well put.
That is accurate.
And by the way, this is an advice that we give when people come in here. I mean, we usually try to show the Flex 32,
Yep,
right?
the Fluval Flex 32 all in one.
And we do that for a good size starter. All right.
Are discus fish easy to keep? Chat GPT says discus fish require specific conditions and care, making them more challenging for beginners. They thrive in warm, soft, slightly acidic water with pristine water quality. Additionally, they are sensitive to fluctuations in water parameters and can be susceptible to diseases. Experienced aquarists who can dedicate time to maintaining optimal water conditions and provide a suitable environment may find success keeping discus. However, for novice hobbyists, it's generally recommended to gain experience with other fish species before attempting to keep discus. True. That's pretty true. I mean, did they mention heat?
No, they didn't specify
So,
the temperature.
They need heat, lots of heat, at least 84, 85 degrees, and that is throughout their entire life. This was fairly accurate. It gave a decent idea of what you're getting into, but not the specific.
I think I would have like they said in one of the other ones, always consider, I think they should have put a little disclosure saying specific, whether it's wild or hybrid discus will require different water parameters, and then getting into fish compatibility.
Yep.
But I think as an overall question, if you're asking, hey, are discus fish easy to keep? I think it's dissuading some people from trying to put a discus in their 20-gallon tank.
All right, so ChatGPT unfortunately loses a point there.
All right, next one. Is freshwater easier than saltwater aquariums? This is one that when we were doing this, ChatGPT started choking on it. I mean, it's not that hard of a question, but it really slowed down to a crawl. It was not becoming unresponsive. I had to stop it, but I'll tell you what it read so far. Yes, freshwater aquariums are generally considered easier to maintain than saltwater aquariums. Freshwater fish are often more forgiving in fluctuations of water parameters and require less stringent water quality management. Additionally, freshwater setups tend to be less expensive initially and have a wider range of fish species suitable for beginners. However, both freshwater and saltwater aquariums require dedication to proper maintenance and care, and it cut off there. So far what we have, would you agree with that?
Yeah, it gives you a broad idea of the two. So
I think we give it a thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up.
Oh, this is one of your favorite ones.
Can I keep an octopus in a home aquarium? ChatGPT says keeping an octopus in a home aquarium is generally not recommended for several reasons. Octopi are highly intelligent and require specialized care in a large, well-equipped tank with amid hiding spots and enrichment to prevent stress and boredom. They're also skilled escape artists and can squeeze through openings or climb out of the tank. Additionally, octopi have a relatively short lifespan and may pose challenges in terms of feeding, and they require a varied diet with a lot of live and thawed food. So due to these factors, keeping an octopus in a home aquarium is typically better suited for experienced aquarists with the necessary resources and knowledge. That is true. That is completely true. One thing that it doesn't say, but I don't think a lot of people know, is in large seaquariums, when they keep like large giant octopus, the all red one that gets huge, the way they keep those in seaquariums, and only seaquariums can keep those, they actually put astroturf on the top. They don't have a lid, and the octopus actually lifts its arm out and touches the grass, and that tells it that it shouldn't come out of the tank. So normally a lot of octopus come from rock pools, and they're actually known to get out of the rock pool, come out of water, and crawl to the next one for shelter and food. So yeah, octopus are very difficult. Most people are not suited to take care of them. Chat was actually correct about that.
So we give it a thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up.
This is going to be another one that we get a lot, guys. What's wrong with keeping big predatory fish in a freshwater aquarium? Keeping big predatory fish in a freshwater aquarium can present several challenges. Firstly, these fish require a large tank to accommodate their size and swimming behavior, which may not be feasible for many hobbyists due to space limitations. Secondly, predatory fish often have aggressive tendencies and may harm or even consume smaller tank mates. This can lead to compatibility issues and limit the variety of fish that can be kept together. It requires careful consideration, dedication, and expertise to provide them with a suitable environment and ensure the well-being of all tank inhabitants.
Correct. And this also goes for saltwater. I keep a lot of saltwater predatory fish, and same exact thing. So, yep, it's right.
This would be a thumbs up, and this goes out to anybody looking at really cute small red-tailed catfish who end up growing to 3 feet, shovel-nosed catfish,
Giraffe cats,
yes,
gar, arowanas, bass, some of the larger cichlids. I mean, bass technically fall in that category, but
tilapia, that's another one. And some of these fish
stingrays, there's a lot of things.
Are really beautiful when they're small and juvenile, but they're going to quickly grow, and the resources that it requires to maintain these tanks are really difficult.
Yep.
Oh, this is another one that I think is up your alley.
Can I keep sharks and rays in a home aquarium? ChatGPT says, keeping sharks and rays in a home aquarium is generally not recommended due to several factors. These animals require extremely large tanks with ample swimming space, often exceeding thousands of gallons in size. They also have a specific water quality requirements, including pristine water conditions and high level of filtration to maintain their health. Additionally, many species of sharks and rays grow to large sizes and have specialized dietary needs. Some species of sharks are protected or regulated, making it illegal to keep them in captivity without proper permits. Overall, while it may be possible for some highly experienced and well-equipped aquarists to keep certain species of shark and ray in captivity, it is not recommended for the average hobbyist due to the considerable challenges and responsibilities involved. True. The only ones that you can really keep in captivity anyway, at least on the shark perspective, is anything in the nurse shark family. But nurse sharks are very, very large. A lot of times people get like a 300 gallon. That will last it a few years, but you want to at least have it in a 500 to 600 gallon tank. And that's just for one. If you want several thousands of gallons like chat said, so it's correct.
So we give that one
a thumbs up.
So far, it's getting more right than wrong. Would you say that?
I agree.
So far, so good. This one is, what kind of fish can I keep in a freshwater aquarium? Very popular question. We get that a lot. There are numerous freshwater fish species suitable for aquariums, ranging from peaceful community fish to colorful and active species. Some popular options include tetras, guppies, mollies, platies, swordtails, danios, angelfish, cichlids, and they put in parentheses, such as the dwarf peaceful varieties, rasboras, gouramis, and betas. Researching the specific needs and compatibility of each species is important to ensure a successful and harmonious aquarium setup. Additionally, consider factors such as tank size, water parameters, and tank mates when selecting fish for your freshwater aquarium.
So it's pretty much right. I mean, the angelfish are the only things that I'll put an asterisk with, but technically they are community fish, so
yep,
it's right.
I'm glad that it put there to consider the tank size, which is very important. Obviously, the parameters, really important for knowing which type of fish you're going to put together. It's not always about aggressiveness, but it's about who gets along with who.
Right.
So we'll give that one thumbs
up.
up. How often should I change water for a freshwater aquarium? In a freshwater aquarium, the frequency of water changes depends on various factors such as tank size, stocking levels, and filtration efficiency. As a general guideline, performing a water change of about 10 to 25% of the total tank volume every 1 to 2 weeks is typically recommended for most freshwater setups. However, smaller tanks or those with high bioloads may require more frequent water changes, while larger, well-established tanks may need less frequent water changes. Adjust your water change schedule as needed to maintain optimal water quality and keep your freshwater aquarium healthy. I think this is like a 90% correct. I gotta say, I did like that it went from 10 to 25% and not the 50 or 70% that some people have read online and forums. Oh, change your water 75%. It's very, very harmful to fish. So
yeah, especially for freshwater.
I think for the majority, for somebody novice, I think this would be a pass.
Yeah.
Because it gives fairly good information. So I'll give it a pass.
All right. What equipment do I need for a marine aquarium? And chat says, Aquarium tank. Choose a tank size appropriate for the species you plan to keep. Larger tanks offer more stability and flexibility. Filtration system. Use a quality filtration system such as a combination of mechanical, biological, and chemical filtration to maintain water quality. Protein skimmer. A protein skimmer helps remove organic waste and dissolved organic compounds from the water, improving water clarity and reduce nutrient levels. 4. Heaters and thermometer. Marine aquariums often require stable temperature control, so a heater and reliable thermometer are essential. 5. Power heads, wave makers. These devices will provide water circulation. Reef lighting. If you plan to keep corals or any other photosynthetic organisms, invest in high quality reef lighting appropriate for the types of coral you want to keep. Optional auto top-off system, calcium reactor, and other advanced equipment. Depending on your setup and goals, you may choose to incorporate additional equipment like an auto top-off system to maintain water level or other advanced devices for specific needs. So, everything here I would say is correct other than a heater and thermometer. That is with an asterisk. If you live here in South Florida, you absolutely do not need a heater.
Yeah, but we're forgetting the George rule. He likes keeping his house at 68 degrees.
Okay, that's another one. Even here in South Florida, people like to keep their houses really cold.
So I think they got that question probably 95% correct.
50-50. They didn't add in chiller, but they did heater, but they didn't specify much about the heater.
I think as far as the rest, they covered wave makers. They
covered everything you need, basically, to start off at least.
I think it was fairly.
Pass.
We'll give it a pass. So this next question, we had some debate on how to actually ask the question. If we say the term cichlids, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
African cichlids.
Yep.
Everything
I think a lot of
that'll kill
people is African cichlids, but scientifically speaking, the cichlid genus covers such a broad spectrum of New World, Old World cichlids. You know, some of them are super small, super peaceful. Some of them will destroy your tank. So we wanted to see what type of answer chat would actually give us. So this is how we wrote the question. Can I keep cichlids in my community aquarium? In general, it's not recommended to keep cichlids in a community aquarium with other fish, especially peaceful or smaller species. Cichlids are known for their territorial and sometimes aggressive behavior, which can lead to conflict and stress among tank mates. And this is another question that it really struggled, and it stopped at the words additionally. I don't know what else it was going to write, but it took forever. It didn't go, so we stopped it. I kind of wish it would have opened up with saying cichlids belong to a large group of family, and there are aggressive species like African, non-aggressive, and gone to a little bit more to inform the reader. They need to ask a better question. What chat should have done is it should have asked which type of cichlid, and then there should have been more questions. So that one's going to be a fail.
All right, are tetras good beginner fish? Chat says yes, tetras are often recommended as a good beginner fish for freshwater aquariums. They are generally hardy, peaceful, and easy to take care of, making them suitable for novice aquarists. Tetras come in a variety of colors and sizes, allowing for diverse and attractive aquarium setups. They also tend to do well in community tanks with other peaceful fish species. However, it's essential to research the specific requirements of the tetra species you chose, including water parameters, tank size, and a compatibility with other fish to ensure a successful aquarium experience. True. That's accurate. I mean, other than you getting piranhas or pacu,
yeah,
it's actually accurate. So
yeah, that was good. We give it thumbs up. Oof, this one. This is a question that we get asked a lot. We deal with a lot at the store. Can I keep a beta in a bowl? While it's possible to keep a beta fish in a bowl temporarily, it is not recommended for long-term housing. Betas require a stable and filtered environment to thrive, and bowls typically lack adequate space, filtration, and oxygenation. Small bowls can quickly become polluted, leading to poor water quality and stress for the fish. Ideally, betas should be housed in a tank that is at least 5 gallons in size, equipped with a heater to maintain stable temperature, and a gentle filter to keep the water clean and oxygenated. Providing ample space and enrichment, such as plants and hiding spots, will contribute to the beta's overall well-being and health. I gotta say, being a beta advocate, this is a really good thing. The 5 gallons in size, that's a little bit on the larger size. Actually 2.5 to 3 gallons with a good filter and plants does phenomenal for betas, but making sure that you have the right filter. If you have a veil-tail beta, make sure it's not too strong and doesn't blow them around. But otherwise, I really wish more people would follow this. It's a good recommendation instead of people trying to put them in vases, flower bases, candy bowls, and everything imaginable that we've heard. This is good. I am glad that's how it's answering. What do you think?
I think it's accurate.
This one, also one of the top questions that we get at the store.
All right, can I grow a carpeting plant without CO2? Chat says, yes, it's possible to grow a carpeting plant without CO2. Some carpeting plants, such as Monte Carlo, dwarf Sagittaria, and Java moss, can grow relatively well in low-tech setups without CO2 injection. To promote carpeting growth without CO2, ensure your aquarium receives adequate lighting, preferably with a spectrum suitable for plant growth. Use a nutrient-rich substrate or add root tabs to provide essential nutrients for plant growth. Regular fertilization with a liquid or substrate fertilizer can also help support healthy plant growth. Additionally, trimming and proper maintenance prevent shedding and promote spreading can encourage carpeting plants to fill in densely. While CO2 injection can enhance growth rates and density, many carpeting plants can still thrive in low-tech setups with proper care and maintenance.
I caught a couple things that made me screech. So Java moss is not a carpeting plant.
It's a moss.
It's a moss.
Like the name.
Other thing, Monte Carlo, while yes, some people have grown it without CO2, it is a difficult plant. There are some carpeting plants that are new to the hobby, but you know what the big thing that they didn't mention? A good aquarium substrate. They will not do well.
I think they did.
Substrate fertilizer.
Yeah, substrate.
Yeah, but substrate, people may think it's sand or gravel. Soil-based substrate is what these plants need because of the nutrients.
Right.
I am really not happy with the way this thing answered, so I'm gonna call this a thumbs down. What do you think?
Thumbs down.
Ooh, this one we get people especially buying used setups. Is a marine light good for a planted aquarium? The reason this question came about, we get a lot of people buying used marine tanks and setups from OfferUp, right?
Yep.
On Facebook Marketplace, and then they try to set up a planted aquarium because they don't want to go a marine tank. A marine aquarium light may not be the best choice for a planted freshwater aquarium. Marine lights are typically designed to provide specific wavelengths of light suitable for the needs of corals and other marine organisms, which may not align with the requirements of freshwater plants. Freshwater plants typically thrive under a broader spectrum of light, including both red and blue wavelengths, to support photosynthesis and overall growth. Additionally, freshwater plants may have slightly different light intensity and duration needs compared to marine organisms. It is generally recommended to use a freshwater specific aquarium light or full spectrum LED light designed for planted freshwater aquariums to ensure optimal growth and health for your freshwater plants. These lights are designed to provide the necessary spectrum and light intensity to support photosynthesis and promote healthy plant growth. I think that's a really well said. What do you think?
Pass.
Pass. This is another one we've encountered.
Can I use tap water for my reef aquarium? Chat says, using tap water for a reef aquarium is generally not recommended unless it has been properly treated to remove harmful impurities. Tap water often contains chlorine, chloramine, heavy metals, and other contaminants that can be detrimental to the delicate balance of a reef aquarium. To make tap water safe for an aquarium, it should be treated with high-quality water conditioner or dechlorinator to neutralize chlorine and chloramine. Additionally, many reef aquarists use a reverse osmosis deionization RODI system to purify tap water, removing impurities and ensuring that it meets the stringent water quality requirement of a tank. So I say that is a pass. You should not use tap water. You should absolutely use RODI for salt water. So,
I would agree. So that's a thumbs up?
thumbs up.
Oof, this is another one that we get. And this is our last one. So we're gonna finish, I think, with our store fan favorite that we hear. Can I put Dory and Nemo in my 15-gallon aquarium? A 15-gallon aquarium is not suitable for housing fish like Dory, and it puts in parentheses a blue tang,
Blue hippo.
and Nemo, a clownfish, together. Both species can grow quite large, especially the blue tang, which can reach up to 12 inches in length. Keeping them in a small tank like a 15-gallon would severely limit their swimming space and could lead to stress, stunted growth, and health issues. Additionally, blue tangs are highly active swimmers that require a larger tank with ample swimming room and plenty of hiding spaces. Clownfish, while smaller than the blue tangs, also appreciate space to swim and establish territories.
It is correct. So clownfish, you can get away with putting them in, like if you get just one, you can put it in a 25-gallon tank for its whole life and it'll live. Now, can you put other fish with it? That's a different story, but I'll just say no. Unless you get very, very small marine fish, which do exist and we do carry here at the store. But dory, the blue hippo tang, absolutely correct. You cannot have that in a 15-gallon. The minimum tank for an adult hippo tang will be anywhere from 150 gallons to 180 gallons. They need a lot of space, and if you want more than one dory, you're gonna definitely need a big tank. So
In the hundreds of gallons.
hundreds, at least like a 300-gallon if you want more than one hippo. So
I think that was a pass. All right, so we asked ChatGPT 20 questions, right? We came up with popular questions from the store, and we got 16 out of 20 right, which is an 80%. If this was a student passing right class, it would be a pass. I think it's come a long way. So from your experience in researching my experience and trying to go through Reddit and forums and people's personal opinions, I think this is probably a better answer than what people would find trying to read. Yes, on Google.
So this is more accurate than Google.
That's going to be our closing. Is it perfect? No. You should always consult with your local LFS. The internet is filled with a lot of people giving their opinions on what's worked for them.
Right.
And doesn't always mean it's going to work for everybody else. 16 out of 20. I think that was pretty cool, interesting. Anything you wanted to add before we close out?
I didn't think it was going to be as accurate as it was, so good job, ChatGPT.
Yeah, I was surprised too. And with that being said, if you guys would like to see more videos like this, or you want us to tackle other things like this, please leave them in the comments below. As always, we really, really appreciate you guys supporting our channel. Have a great day fish keeping, and remember to like, share, and subscribe, guys. See you later.